It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another live stream Q&A video. First things first, I know this is probably bad quality right now because I didn't have charge on my camera, so I'm using my webcam. That out of the way. Also, extremely sorry that I'm a bit late. I do have to kind of leave a little earlier as well, but I do have a special announcement to make, which I'm going to make right before I go at the end of this video, at the end of the Q&A. I will answer questions first and then jump right into the announcement that I'm going to make. Now, the announcement is good for the channel. Trust me, you're going to see a lot more content, and I'll explain exactly what I mean by that. But with that said, I can answer the questions at this point. If there is any questions, I only see one person that's watching right now. So let's see how many more people show up. But in case no one really shows up, I'll move this Q&A to tomorrow. So I'll just redo it tomorrow probably. But people should be showing up because this is the scheduled weekly Q&A that we have. So we'll see how many people show up here. Epic Zombie Killer, hey Ash, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, thank you. How are you? Glad you could join. So you might be the only one that gets this announcement, I guess, if no one else shows up. Of course, they'll be able to see it on the channel, and I'll make a standalone video on it, but anyway, extremely excited for Season 9's premiere on Sunday night. I'm sure many of you are as well. But yeah, it's just one of those things where we have to hope for the best going into this season. Because, of course, it's going to be Rick's last season. And Andrew Lincoln is going to exit the show. Let's see what happens. Let's see where they go with the story. Epic Zombie Killer, doing good. That's great. So for those of you that are watching now, I think there's like 3 people or two people watching. I'll be making an announcement at the end of this live stream video, which will be a bit shorter. I'll probably do only 25 minutes of Q&A live stream tonight. I do have to get going somewhere, but I do want to make the announcement. So stay tuned, stay live until the end of the video because I do want to make the announcement at the end. If we don't get any questions, I'll make the announcement earlier, but if we do questions, I'll kind of answer questions, and then the last 5 minutes will be the announcement, most likely. And we just got the newest opening credits for Season 9, which they're going to probably use later on as well for Season 10 and maybe more than that. I did 2 breakdowns of it. One was a first viewing breakdown, and then the next one was an in-depth breakdown. I basically looked at all of the Easter eggs and everything that they had in there. So if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A hash, when do you see Season 4 of The Walking Dead releasing? They'll release it for sure. I don't know about a date. I might be able to check that out for you guys, but you should probably be able to find it as well. But I'll definitely check it out and let you guys know. But I don't think that it'll be anytime soon. I think they just finished the season, right? So it's going to take a bit of time. I liked Epic Zombie Killer. I liked the new intro for Season 9, by the way. Yeah, it's great. I absolutely love it. And you'll appreciate the opening credits more by knowing all of the Easter eggs that they have in there, which I broke down again for you guys. If you're interested, check it out. It's on the channel. It's the last video I posted, I think, yesterday or late last night. We'll see how many people here show up, but there's only 2 people watching right now, but we'll see. Epic Zombie Killer, some people are complaining about it, which I don't get. I didn't see any complaints, but if there were complaints about that opening credits, what else do you want, guys? Like, seriously, that's, if there's anything good from this season, it has to be at least this opening credit, right? So yeah, like, what do you guys want from it? You know what I mean? What were you expecting? This exceeded my expectations. I thought we were gonna get something similar to what we've already got, but they completely redesigned it, which is great to see. Epic Zombie Killer, like The Walking Dead isn't as bad as people say it is. Season 7 and 8 were bad. You know, they were bad. Not that bad, but they were bad. But yeah, it's not as bad as people say, but it's still bad. But I hope and I feel like season 9 is going to be a great season. With the exception of Rick leaving, of course. Seems like we only got one person asking questions today. I don't know. Someone else is watching. I don't know who it is. Let me know who you are so I can at least shout you out for watching at least. Epic Zombie Killer, I just feel some people are a bit too judgmental. Yeah, definitely a bit too judgmental and jumping into conclusions too quickly. Definitely. And it's just about, you know, what do you expect? You know, what do you want? You know what I mean? Like, it's an opening credit. And like, they did an animated opening credits. And it wasn't just like cool shots or scenery that they had for the previous seasons. So they did something new, something interesting, and something exciting, something that, you know, I enjoyed seeing. So, you know, it exceeded my expectations, but maybe others had other expectations. Epic Zombie Killer, but anyways, I'm pumped for season 9 and I'm excited for the new characters. Definitely excited for the new characters. I am. The top 3 things I'm really excited for is, or not necessarily excited for, but interested and excited to see is what they do with Rick's leaving, or Rick leaving, how they, or 4 things, sorry, how they, the second is how they manage Negan's story and what they do with Negan's story in season 9. Third is the new threat, the whispers, and fourth is just seeing the new beginning. I picked Zombie Killer. If I'm being honest, I don't mind all the changes they made. Honestly, everything about season 9 seems more or less good. You know what I mean? Like, it is exciting me for this season. The only exception, like I said, is the Rick thing. That's the only thing. But I like the characters that they're bringing from the comics based on where we are in the story. I'm excited to see them in the show and how they change their characters or how they implement their characters in the show. I'm excited about the new threats. I think they advertised the new threat pretty well. The actors that they've cast for the new threats and also the other characters are great. The trailer was great. The teasers they're giving us are great. The opening credit was great. The poster was amazing. You know, everything that they gave us for season 9 has been great so far. The only thing is the Rick thing. Epic Zombie Killer, I meant them killing Carl and remixing the material. Oh, okay. No, I disagree with that. I disagree with that completely. I don't like them killing Carl and remixing the material there. I just don't. I think not only did it not add anything much to the story, they could have worked around, or not worked around, but they could have did something else, even follow the comics and not kill Carl, and you know, it would have worked. It would have been better. But I think they chose the worst alternative for finishing Negan's story, which is killing Carl. Alright, we are 13 minutes in. So, let's see, we started at 6, or, there were 6 minutes of delay. So let's go for 20 minutes, and then, yeah, so we're at 13 minutes, we'll go for 20 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes of it will be my announcement, basically. Epic Zombie Killer, but anyways, how long do you think, or do you see Negan lasting in the show? Oh, Negan's gonna be here for a while in the show. He's gonna be here for a while. They might even remix his story and not have him completely leave, like it appears like he has done in the comics. I think that they're gonna give him probably more story in season 9 than the story that they gave him at this point of the story in the comics, and I think he's gonna last for a while. I don't think we're done with Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan anytime soon. Epic Zombie Killer, I'm getting volume 30 of the Walking Dead comics today, by the way. That's great. I probably will pick it up as well when I go to the comic shop. I still haven't been able to go to the comic shop and read the latest comic issue. That's going to change. I'll definitely try to stay updated and, you know, do reviews again for the comic book. Maybe not in-depth reviews, but I will bring back the reviews for the comics as well, starting the next month. Probably, just to keep things, just to keep things running smoothly, I'll do it for the next month. So I'll come back to it next month. So from next month, I'll cover the reviews for the comic book when they come out. Probably the day or the day after. Epic Zombie Killer, I like collecting comics in trade form. I find them easier to read. Yeah, I like to collect the issues though, so that's why I grabbed the issues. But yeah, and I don't know if it's this one or the next one or the next one, but there's a variant there's 3 variants that we're missing for this arc that we're getting. One is Rick, one is Negan. 2 we're missing. Main ones. I know they do want to do a Rick. I've seen it. They do want to do a Negan. I've seen it. I don't know when it's going to come out. I'm very excited to grab those. Those look epic. Epic Zombie Killer, who's your favorite character in the comics that is still alive? Rick, Michonne, Negan, and Carl. top 4. So let's put it in order. That would be Rick probably first, Negan second, Carl first, third, Michonne fourth. Something like that. In the show, it's completely different, by the way. All right, another 1 minute of rapid fire Q&A for you guys. Only Epic Zombie Killer, I guess, because he's the only one asking questions. But yeah, 1 more minute of rapid fire Q&A, and then I'll jump right into the announcement. Epic Zombie Killer, I see Carl surviving the comics till the end. Very, very likely, yeah. That should have been the show as well. But of course, they killed Carl off. So yeah, I don't want to get into a rant again. So yeah. All right. With that, I think that's the end now. That's 1 minute, I think. I'll jump right into the announcement. And yeah, so let me just pull something up first before I do that so that it makes more sense. Oh, what's going on? There we go. All right. Let me see another comment. Epic Zombie Killer, but anyways, do you see Fear Season 5 being better than Season 4, or is Fear just an okay show in general? It's a little lower than okay at this point, but yeah, I don't think Season 5 is going to be any better. So, the announcement is that I will be bringing back, there we go. I will be bringing back daily videos, and I actually have a weekly upload schedule now, so you guys can check out exactly what's going to be released when. And also, I will be doing more Q&A live streams as well as discussion live streams. Discussion live streams are not in the schedule, but I will be bringing them or integrating them into the weekly daily schedule as well as time goes on. And some of them are just going to be random, so there's going to be no schedule for them. But even though there is no video on each day, that doesn't mean there's going to be no video. I will still put videos out when there's stuff to talk about. And also, for instance, if a day we're saying we're doing live streams, there might be other videos that I release on that day. But just to go over it, I have two kind of breakdowns or two scenarios. One is when Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead is on, so when it's airing period, and when it's off season. During the off season, I have a different schedule than during the on season or the airing season when The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead is on. So going to the airing season, which is where we are right now, on Mondays I will be doing, let's start with Sundays actually. On Sundays, which is at the bottom, I'll be doing the episode reactions to either Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead. I will be doing the trailer breakdowns for both Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead on that night as well. So those will be released before the next day probably, or earlier, or the next day I guess, but most likely on that night. And then Mondays I'll be doing a review for the episode that just aired. For the reviews, it's only Walking Dead reviews. I won't be doing a review for Fear the Walking Dead. If it gets better, if things get better, then I'll consider, but for now, I'll just do the Walking Dead reviews for the episode. On Tuesday, I will be doing the episode reaction or the predictions, basically for the next episode that's going to be airing. Wednesdays, the first Wednesday of every month. Of course, I'll be doing the Walking Dead's comic book issue review. Again, this one, we missed it, or I missed it, so I'll do the next one, definitely. On Thursdays, we're probably not going to have anything. On Fridays, we're going to have the live stream Q&As at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, just like what we have now. Saturdays, we're going to have an additional live stream Q&A. It's going to be earlier for those of you that are in Europe or in the UK or whatever. You know, you guys can definitely join us live there during that time. It will be at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, so it's like around 9 or 10 p.m. in the UK or in Europe in general or surrounding areas, and you know, you'll be able to join us live there and ask questions. So that's mostly dedicated to those fans of the channel. But if you are in North America or anywhere else, you might still be able to catch us. Of course, there's no restriction. It's not like we're saying you can't join. You know what I mean? Then going back to Sunday, it'll be the next episode, and I'll do the reaction and the next breakdown of the trailer. Now, when we are during the off season, so when there is no episodes airing, Mondays, again, it'll be basically videos if there's things to talk about, but if not, nothing. Tuesdays, same thing. Wednesdays, again, first Wednesday of every month, we're going to have the comic book issue review. Thursdays, for off season, during the off season for Thursdays, I'm going to be doing what I call Throwback Thursdays. So I'm going to do a Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead top 10 ranking. Every Thursday, it's going to be a different one. We might do top 10 volumes of Walking Dead. We might do top 10 issues. We might do top 10 episodes, top 10 characters, top 10 Fear episodes, Fear characters, things like that. So just top 10 ranking videos in general for both Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. And that's going to be every Thursday during the off season, so when we don't have any episodes airing. Now, that being said, I might still do top 10 ranking videos on airing seasons or during airing seasons, depending on how much material we have to talk about on that day or how busy I am on that day. But all the Throwback Thursday ranking videos happen on Thursdays. Fridays, we will do, again, the live stream Q&A at 6 p.m. Saturdays will be... I have to change that. So never mind the Saturday one. Saturday is just an empty slot. That's my bad. I was just updating it right before I went live, so I forgot to change that. But anyway, just forget about the Saturday one. That's going to be an open one again. If there's anything to talk about, we'll talk about that. The Sunday one will be Q&A live streams for the earlier time, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And, you know, for the on-season or the airing season, it was Saturdays. And during the off-season, I move it to Sundays because, of course, there's no episode Sundays. So I'll be able to do a Q&A then. But that's basically it. That's the new schedule. So, again, I will be doing a standalone video on this with the updated schedule. Of course, like I said, there's one or two changes that I need to make. But after those changes, that'll be the final official schedule of the channel for the weekly upload, so you can check it out and join us or watch the videos when I release them based on the schedule. Again, if there's no videos listed, that doesn't mean we are not going to release it, or I'm not going to release anything. I will still release something if there's still things to talk about. Also, I'll be doing a bit of rebranding for the channel, so you'll see a new intro from now on. You'll see a new outro, sorta, and yeah, just you're gonna see some more rebranding material for the channel. But that's it. That's the announcement. So I'm gonna do more videos, more daily videos, and more live stream Q&As, more live stream discussions, and many things more probably in the future. But for now, that's basically what I have planned for the future of the channel. I hope you guys like the changes, and yeah, I hope you guys can join us live when we are live and watch the videos when they're posted. So going back to the questions, I think there's two more questions, or one question. Epic Zombie Killer, so I'm curious as to why you named the channel SuperVideos. That's a long story. Not really, actually, because when I created this channel, it was like 4 or 5 years ago, and I wasn't doing these types of videos. I wasn't even doing YouTube full time, or not full time, but I was just doing it as a hobby. I wasn't doing it every day, and I was just doing compilation videos. But at that time, I just named the channel something, and it didn't really mean anything at that time. However, if I was to, think about why I would have named the channel that, I can probably think of it, but it's not like I had that in mind when I was creating the channel. But the concept of why I created the name of the channel was that any type of video that I release on this channel, if it's sports, if it's comedy, if it's entertainment, if it's Walking Dead stuff, I'm going to try to do it in a super way. I'm going to try to do a super video for that. You know what I mean? So that was the concept. Again, it's not like I planned that originally, but the more I think about it now, the more I realize that's probably why I would have named it that. Or let's just say it makes sense for me to call it that right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's to answer your question. But that's basically it for this live stream Q&A. I do have to get out of here, but I hope you guys like that announcement. I hope you're as excited about the future of the channel as I am. But that's basically it for this video or live stream video. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video. And one thing, sorry, I know I ended it, but I do want to say thank you to Epic Zombie Killer for holding it down this live stream, because you're the only one asking questions. I appreciate your support and your questions, and in general, just being here for every, or more or less every live stream and watching the videos. I really appreciate it. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.